Give it a minute, let everybody hop in here. Let me tell you, we got a long night in here tonight. We've been busy moving hay today, building things, and tonight we've got a lot of things to do in here. Like the title says, we have got some new creatures. Give it a minute, see if we get some people in here. Aaron's the first one in here. Yep, starting at 11 o'clock tonight. We're going to see who is the real night owls tonight. Hello from Ohio, Virginia. Hello, hello. We literally just got done putting some poles in the ground. Man, we're going to be building some more small projects. So it's been super busy. Been moving hay, hauling hay, putting up fence. It has been one of those days. Leighton has made a wonderful hand today. But just kind of the way it is when you work all day, it usually takes several hours to get caught up doing your chores. Like I said, we put in the last pole probably 45 minutes ago. Then we went through and started doing all of our chores. And now this is my decompress time, I guess you would say. So, and I decided to go live because we got some new babies. We've got some new babies and we've never had these babies before. Well, we have before, but not this year. Working on the farm never stops. Yep, you're right, Aaron. Good morning. Man, morning. At least I got a little bit of sleep coming up here soon. How many do you have? I don't know. We will see in just a few minutes. All I know is opened them up, and I seen that there was some babies in there. I didn't do any further than that, so I was like, well, we'll just back out and go live. And it's going to be one of those deals is moving the babies, which, as you'll see over here, there's only babies in the top 3 up here. These are the ones that hatched here not too long ago, and these are all the ones that we're going to start moving in. Make sure they got feed. So before we get started on that, I'm going to make room over here, get some waters out, and that way we can start moving babies over. Getting those babies moved over. Make sure they got feed. I don't know why they're not eating much feed. So have it. But yeah, I'm gonna back this up here just a second. Give us some time to get some people in here. And as y'all know, I finally got me a coffee pot. Well, I've had it for a week or so. It's been up at the house, and I've only had like 1 cup today. And I told Steph, I think tonight would be a perfect time to take this and set it up in here. Which we're not going to be setting it up in this room. We're going to set it up over in the room we hold all of our feed in. Just because there's no chickens in there. Get this bad boy out real quick. Some lovely subscriber thought that we needed to have a coffee pot down here, so we went and got a coffee pot. Just a second, I'll read some comments too. You got the same coffee pot? Yeah, this is the one I have up at the house as well. But I guess it's good to have two, because if something happens, one, you got one already. Get this undone. I'm going to take that in there and get it started so I can get a cup of coffee going here. This is definitely going to be a coffee night, because today, basically come in, did all the feeding. We fed everything this morning, but tonight we've got to move babies over, and then we'll have to clean the floors. Usually I try to do that first thing in the morning, but means that we had so much going on this morning, I just said I'd do it tonight, but I didn't plan on going live until I seen all the babies. So I was like, we've got to share that with them. Fill this baby up and move it in there, get a cup going, and then we will get started. I'll read some comments. I won't go straight into working like we did the other night. I know there's a lot of people that didn't like that, but sometimes I'm just in a hurry, and that's just what I got to do. Take this in there, we'll be right back out. Now, y'all don't let me forget about my coffee now. Don't forget. He said he stays up until 2 or 3. Yep, that's about every night. Not unless it's one of those deals that my body's starting to shut down, and then I usually start going to bed around 11:30, midnight. I'll do that for a couple nights, and then my body's good to go. Did anyone catch what kind of babies? I'm fixing to show y'all. Not yet, not yet. I can tell you this much. They are not chickens. They're not ducks. They're not turkeys. So that only leaves 2 other types. How much for a half a dozen of chickens, boss? It just really depends on what kind you're wanting. We have barnyard, and then we also have the full bloods. But what we're doing with these chickens, we're letting them raise out so we can pick our brood stock out of the ones that we raised. So we'll be selling a bunch of them next year. We got to get the proper license and stuff, but also we got some of these little tack strips trying to get rid of some of these flies as well. I just don't know. Like today, there wasn't nobody really in here much. So, what was that? Oh, that was 12. So I don't know where all these flies are coming from. They find them a little place to get in somewhere. I just want to put out a few of these and try to get them caught. I can't stand flies. The price for the high, I get 15, anywhere from 15 to 18 for the Jubilee Orpingtons and the chocolate Orpingtons. The buttercups, I get, well, we haven't sold any, but once we do have enough to start selling, we're going to get 20 a piece for the buttercups. Hey Mark, what's going on, buddy? Get rid of the flies, the new babies. Get rid of the flies. Get a bug zapper. Yeah, I might do that. But honestly, the flies hasn't been bad up until the last probably 4 or 5 days. Also get a bag. Get the bag. Grandpa Dawes uses them. Yeah, I've got bags over there. Do you live in a bird cage? Pretty much. Buddy's doing really, really good. Are you talking about 20 for each chicken? Yeah. The buttercups will be 20 a piece. I did sell a few of the Jubilees the other day. I had somebody locally that was wanting some, which we sold them $15 a piece. But yeah. What's up, OG? There's Lori. Dean, baby chicks start to hatch today. Oh, did they really? That's awesome. Hey, Tammy, how are you? How are the copper marine? They are doing good. We have 18 of them still. All of them are really doing good. They're getting big. I saw someone had a fly paper that was a sheet. I haven't seen any like that. I tried to say hello at the get together, but Mike with 3 Mississippi was chatting you up. Well, I wish you'd have stopped and said hi. I tried to, like I said, I didn't know, I knew a few people, but I didn't know everyone. And I did get to meet some new people though. It was really nice meeting everybody. Yeah. Don't forget to come. No, I'm not going to forget. Hey, there we go. We've already got a few flies on there. One thing that I was looking, and if the hatchery deal works out for us, obviously we will. This won't work. We will have to build a different building. You got to meet regulations and stuff like that, which won't be no problems. But you just got to have circulation that comes in and out. You got to have coolers. Was it a meet and greet? If so, where was it at? Yeah, it was a meet and greet. It was at Lake Killer. Yeah, Lake Killer. We had a lot of fun. We got to meet a lot of new people. I'm going to put one of these back here real quick. we did. We met a lot of new people. So, let me grab a coffee real quick. But I was going to show y'all, which I brought these in because once we get done with them and the chickens have already hatched and we move them out of these, we take them outside and we soak them and then we clean them. And then we usually bring them back in and put them on the tray here. But as y'all know, when you have new babies, everything seems to get really, really dusty. So I'll start bringing them in when they are ready to go. And we probably won't use all of these. We'll just use some, but it's good to have some more in here if you need them. My alarm's going off on humidity's low. The bottom actually ran out of fluid, so it's happened to fill back up. So if you hear that, that's what that's going to be. Woo, smells like coffee. Smells like coffee. All right. I'm going to clean this one pin out before we actually move. Well, actually, we'll go ahead and go look at the babies, and then I will clean this one pin out once we get done with that. Because I've got to charge my phone. I've had to go through both of our phones today. We've been recording. Me and Leighton's been outside working ever since about 9:45 once I got done editing. So that's one hard-working boy right there. We're getting there. I like throwing those June bugs in there to the babies. They fight over them. Watching from Indiana, thank you so much for coming in. Brandon, how do you introduce your young chicks to the adults? Well, what I've learned, especially with the guineas, is if we do have a large batch of them, I will gather up some of the older ones that are running around, and I will put them in a pen this time together, because last time we just put them in, turned them out. Well, the other guineas ran the whole new flock off. So I'm going to try it that way next time to put them all together and see what happens. Hopefully it works. All right, guys, I think let me get everything situated here. Try to get this down here so we can let y'all see the babies. Got me a pencil to go around. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna try to get y'all a little bit lower so y'all can see them. Okay, I got that. Well, let me get a feeder over here because they're gonna need that. I don't like making everybody wait. So, make sure these fellas are doing okay up here. Yeah. Yeah, and I gotta get a water. See, look at me, I was getting ahead of myself. What's going on? There's Neil, there's Kevin, June, how are you? Anthony? I introduced my young birds at night. Yeah, so like all of my young ones, they're all going to be in a pen together. Why do you not look so tired? I'm going to tell you, just a little bit. It's all right though. One of these days when I get old, I can rest. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let me turn it around this way. Just for a moment. Well, actually, it'll probably be best to show it this way so I can see what you're seeing and flip it around. All right, so I always keep mine about 99. All right, they are in this row right here. Boy, y'all got rowdy in there. Well, there's a bunch of them in there too. Here we go. Let's see. What do y'all think it is? What do y'all think it is? There's only a couple options. Could it be the peacocks? Could it be the turtles? Could it be the goats? Or could it be guineas? Or some geese? Uh-oh, we got some peacocks in the house. Eagles. Gators. Turkeys. Look at them come in. Emu. All right, here we go. Hello. All right, here we go. Let's come over here and take a look at them, guys. I am excited. I just don't like the dust or the feathers and stuff that come off of them when they hatch. All right, for the first time, check them out. Whoa, 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 whoa. Dear Lord. They're all over the place. Look at them. They're all different colors. These right here are guineas. Look at these little bitty guys. That is a baby guinea. I don't want them to fall out there. Let me get them over here in this other deal, and then we'll get them. Get in here, buddy. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Let's see here. Man, it looks like almost all of them hatched. It's crazy how much heavier a guinea egg weighs, just the shells. They're a lot thicker. They don't bust like a regular egg or duck eggs. Well, I would say that's pretty good. Yeah, we're going to put them back in there. There's one of them still trying in there. So we're going to put that over here. I'm going to get these shells out of here, clean this out real quick. Look how thick their shells are. I don't know if y'all can tell it, but they are really, really thick. We're going to put these babies right back in there. There we go. I'm glad these flies are finally getting caught. All right, so we got the guineas. But I will tell you, we got a bunch more babies other than the guineas. What did I do with my phone? So I'm read some of the comments. Let me get a shot of my coffee here. Well, I got a post and personal there. Y'all can see my whiskers. When he crushes the shells and feeds them back to the birds, yep. Anyone know what happened to Shadow? Shadow is out running around chasing girls. I'm doing good, Michael. How are you? Live chats are okay until you walk into it. Yeah, I'm keeping a pretty good eye on them. We do have some quail already hatched. Shadow is our cat, but look at this little guy. Look how white his feathers are. That's a little bitty guinea. So precious. Nope, we haven't had any peacocks yet. How long before the peacocks are? They should be getting pretty close. I'm gonna look at my book here in just a little bit. So this is what they call a lavender guinea right there. This one here is going to be a mixed, but they're beautiful though. They are beautiful. Hi Tammy, how are you? Yep. So what we do now is basically come over here and we got our stuff ready. I don't remember how many I said there was. I always set them a little bit lower down here to actually get them. Hopefully y'all can see this. I'll dip their beaks in water. Well, here, I better get a... $26, that's right. There's 26 of y'all, ain't there? Well, you stay in there, buddy. We probably have about 100 guinea eggs that are in the incubator or waiting to go in the incubator. I do know that we did find another nest today that had about 15 eggs in them. And then we know where 2 more nests are that's got about 8 or 9 eggs in each one of them. So we're probably, one of them we're going to leave out a little bit because it's in a pretty secure location. But what I'm doing here is I dip their beaks in the water so they get their drink the first time. And a lot of people, I mean, I've done it too before in the past, but a lot of people, as long as you get a couple older babies in there, they will teach them all how to drink and eat. But why not? I'll just go ahead and dip their heads in there now. Oh, that's a little bitty one there. Yeah. We need a bunch of guineas because I tell you, it's hard to keep the predators from taking them, but you know, from every now and then, you'll get the owls and stuff that actually come up and get them out of the trees. You just got to keep a really good eye on them. All right, there you go, babies. And then at the end of the night, I will come over and I will actually fill that up full of, look at there, another June bug. I'll fill it up and we'll move other babies around. Sound like you're running on fumes. Yes, I am today. Let me tell you, me and Leighton's been hard at it today. Brandon, how long can I store my eggs for before I put them in the incubator? So I would say I've stored them up to 7 to 8, sometimes 10 days. But what you do is you keep them in an egg carton, and every day, at the end of the day, you flip the carton. Every day, turn it upside down, back and forth. You take such good care of them. I do. I mean, I absolutely love chickens. I love animals. Now, do I take care of them like everybody else? I don't know. I know I give them the best care that I can give them. They don't go without eating. but you're always going to have somebody disagree that you're feeding them this, that ain't good, but that's just nature though. Do you have any baby ducks? I'm glad you said that, all dog lover. I think we might have some of them coming up here in just a second. You mean it's not the end of the night yet? No, I mean I got to go through and clean the tanks. All the baby stuff outside's already done. Everything I have now is inside. Up about 10,000. Kevin must be talking about all my babies. Why don't you let the chickens hatch the eggs and the other birds who lay the eggs? Well, for one is if they're running loose, we don't let them because predators will get them. Like we had 2 ducks actually sitting over at our neighbor's house in pretty good locations. That's the reason why I decided to leave them there. The neighbor called this morning, wanted to know if I seen the other duck running around. I said, yeah, the duck's over here. He said, well, all the eggs are gone. Well, that's the deal is a snake ended up taking all the eggs. And not only that, you don't, when you're raising chickens, you don't want your hens to go broody because if they go broody, they're not going to lay any more eggs. I love my chickens. Old chickens lay fresh eggs. You're right about that. You and your family are amazing. I enjoy watching. Well, thank you so much, Joyce. We greatly appreciate you watching. Buddy's doing really good. Really good. Love your channel. Well, thank you. You wouldn't even want to see a big tea operation, 30,000 at a time. We may be getting there one of these days. Uh-oh, somebody won the Luckily membership. I didn't see who gave it out. There is Sherry. That's awesome. I hope you all enjoy. Like I say, we try to put out a little bit of extra content, you know, just to, not that anybody misses anything. It's just you get to see it before it actually goes out to the public, but it's all good. You get better, yes, you do get better success in the incubators and the brooders for sure. How's the baby donkey's eye doing? It's doing good. He can see all of it. Yes, it was very kind. That's one thing I can say about a large majority of the people that follow and that are, we all stay close-knit and going live throughout the week. We do have some very generous friends that are very kind. I was just told today I get laid off Friday. Everything's going crazy. And then I got the membership. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad you did. Don said, finally, chat is working. Do you ever give apple cider? If I get one that just doesn't look really good, I will, but this year we've had really, really good success. You know, probably when we put them up there, I don't know, we've probably lost about 20. Probably about 20 after they've hatched and put in there, and that's pretty good odds, y'all, about 750, 800. New subscriber, what's the plan with all the baby chicks and ducks? So, me and my son is going to try to do a hatchery next year. which we're building all of our coops and everything, but the babies we're going to pick our brood stock out of. So next year we will sell everything, but we're going to wait until they get bigger so we can actually pick the ones we want out. God is good all the time. Yes, He is. All the time. The total, I don't have a real close total count. I know we are, I would say 1, 2, 3, 4. I would say a good 700 at least. But that's everything. Trooper's doing good. Man, that's a good cup of coffee. I think I'm gonna drink that and go ahead and get another one going. All right, it's time to bring another one over here. Let's see what we got now. Let's go to the bottom row. Look at all that feather stuff in there. All right, y'all ready? Try to get you a little bit closer. This is going to be, there's the ducks. Check them out. Let me get my little net, or not net, my little rack. Beautiful babies. Oh, yes you are. Let's go down in here and then we'll check y'all out. Look at him. Look at that little baby. Say hi to everybody. You got all that fuzz all over you. You got all that fuzz all over you. You don't say hi to everybody? Whoa. Well, people was asking about you. Look at his little feet. Isn't that so neat? Yeah. Yeah. He's a cute little baby. Yes, you are. Yes. When can they go be with the adults? About 3 to 4 months. So that's, looks like all 3 of these come out different colors. You don't say hi? Isn't that so neat, guys? I wish everybody could have these guys. It's so peaceful. Yeah. He's a little bitty feller, huh? He's a little bitty feller. All right. I do think we do have some ducks over here somewhere. Let me check. There's some ducks in here. here, bud. Don't feel there. There's gotta be some ducks somewhere. I know I put some ducks in here somewhere. Just a second, I gotta find out where I put the ducks. Well, maybe I just thought I had some ducks. Let me go check this back part over here. Well, I don't know where they went, but I worry about putting some of these ducks with some of them because the ducks, for somehow, sometimes will get in there and get everybody sopping wet. I did lose some turkeys from that. All right, y'all can go into this in here. Go in that pin there. Yeah. Alright. So that was ducks. And that's a duck shell. They're not as thick as guineas. No. No, these are dunners. There's nothing in them. But we're going to take our little basket here, and I'm going to put them in the sink because we have to wash those. We always wash them, especially after you get ducks or something. Ducks are the most nastiest things ever. All right, let's pull out another tray and see what we got going on. Let's see what we got here. What do we got? Oh, we got some barnyard. So these are barnyard, and if you're new and you don't know what that means, this means these eggs came from running around the farm. This isn't any of the full blood. But a lot of them we know who the daddy or mommy is because, for instance, this blue one here, we only got a couple blues that it could be. So these are all barnyard here. Yeah, we're going to scoot you guys over here. And I think so this egg here, it basically blew up. There's no baby in that. It's just nothing in there. So what I do with these, the bad eggs, I'll take and put over here and we feed them to the hogs. And this is actually the second pool out of these here. The rest of them are already up there, but this is the second pool, the ones that were just about that's peeking out or whatever, because this is probably 2 days extra. And I don't go much over that, because when you do that, you start getting eggs exploding, and then that's going to make your incubator stink and everything stink. So that will be all of them. Even if those eggs was to hatch, most likely the baby chicks would have problems with their neck. It would be bent back the whole time. So hello, hello. Hey, we need to get somebody to fall out of the chat or somebody get in the chat. It shows 666 people. I don't know. Somebody share it, like it. Somebody get out. Something. I do not like that number. Mixed breeds for variety of colors. Yeah, Steph loves it. Oh, luckily, we had 6 people leave. Thank you. 6 people took one for the team. There's nothing cuter than little baby ducks and chicklings. Yes, you're right. Do you see 467? Brandon, do you smell your eggshells and feed it? Oh, do you smash your eggshells? Yes, all my eggshells are smashed, but I don't do it until the end of the hatching season, and then I mix them all up and then feed them back. I love those cute babies. Yes, they are cute. Love your content and your wife's channel. I watch it daily. That's awesome. Virginia says 66 is not a bad enough. Yeah, it is for me. Some good sense of humor. Yep, Neil definitely does. Saw Bushwhacker today. Yep, he's doing pretty good. Brandon, what do you do for parasite? When they get older, we've got a wormer that we will use, but we will only use it if we see the need of it, if we see birds getting sick. And that's the way we do our everything now. How is it that the pigs can eat rotten eggs and not get sick? I have no clue, but pigs can eat just about anything. Pamela, how are you? Thank you so much for stopping in. All right, I got a couple more in here, so let's see what else we got. And I think these last ones here, like I said, these I have already pulled yesterday, and these are ones that was left over. Oh, we only got one. What are you? Oh, you are a black cochin. So this is one of our black cochins. It's a full blood, and he will get really big. He's got feather on his feet, but he will get really, really big. Let's take a look at these eggs. See, this is either busted already. Golly, that stinks. That's the reason why you don't leave them in there. Woo! That's got to go outside. my gosh. That is the most rottenest smell I've ever smelt in my life. Oh my gosh. That's horrible, guys. And that's why most of the time, if they don't hatch when I pull them, I usually get rid of all of them. That's terrible. We're too old to get a farm, so we just come to yours every day. Thank you for sharing your farm life with you. You're more than welcome. Thank you so much for watching. That right there is miserable. And what's crazy is I think I had one of those bust on me last week too. Yeah. I will probably say that smells worse than anybody passing gas. Katie, how are you? I was doing really good up until about a few minutes ago. I'm not there. I can't smell it. You better be glad because that is awful. Mark, I did. I got my coffee machine. It's in the back room. I opened it up at the very beginning. No, it don't smell like sulfur. I don't know what that was. No, we had some baby guineas hatch. Hey Jeff, how are you? Hey, no problem, Mark. Yeah, I've had it for about a week or so, and I finally brought it down here. Hey Brandon, it's 3 p.m. on Thursday afternoon here where I live in Australia. Wow. Yeah, that was definitely a rotten egg. That's horrible. That was miserable. I would rather my hands smell like bleach than that. Need to find a set my coffee up here that way. Shut that door. That was miserable. Definitely going to have to wash them out. Alright, I'm going to take these fillers over here and I am going to put them in their pens and we'll be right back over here. I'll take a couple at a time. Come here. Who wants to go? You'll go with the other ones. Your brothers and sisters. all out. It hurts. I'll get back in there. Get back in there. That smell's still in here, but I've already cleaned it up. That's crazy. Come on. What a bug is that dude flying around? I'd rather that bug, smell it than that bug. I just love those little black cochins. They're so pretty. All right. Let's see. We got one more. Hopefully it ain't rotten. But yeah, it looks like we pulled these yesterday too. There's only 3 eggs left. And it's probably... So the reason why that blew up on me, it was stuck to the bottom. And I knew better. I shouldn't have, but I did. Alright, what we got here? This is a little bitty barnyard. Being super careful with them. These are no good. Little barnyard. Yep, we're going easy there, fella. Let's go over here and get with your siblings. Go and do something else. Look at that. Throw that in there. And then I'll just soak these tonight. I've got to see if I get any I got to walk down. If we got to walk some down, I'll have to clean them tonight. But hopefully I don't. Put them in there. Set this back over here. All right, let's back this up here and see if I can find my calendar. I do have to, what is the date? 21st? $5.11, them are done. Let's see, there's a 517, which they've already been locked down. Well, there's a 1, 2. That's a 524. So we still got 3 days on. Oh, this is 521 lockdown. So I'm glad I locked those guineas down a little bit earlier because I have them locked down the 21st. Today's the 21st. Row 1, set 29 chicken eggs, which I think that's the ones we pulled. I don't remember if I sent them back or not. Yeah, them are new ones. They say they're going to lock down 6-3. So what I started doing after I started getting some of these mixed up, I actually logged the day on there when they actually have to go. It does show I've got some peacocks in the next probably 5 days will be coming off. Well, there's going to be several in that week. Yep. Going to be several. 6-4, 6-31. So looks like we are going to be having some peacocks here soon. Now Kevin with Grounds Family Farm, they had 1 or 2 hatched today. I don't remember what he told me. But we're not setting no eggs tonight. We will probably set some tomorrow if we gather those turkey eggs. Oh, there's still some of that junk over here. That's why I can smell it. And there's still some over here. That's one thing about it is what a lot of people don't realize that, and I didn't when we started this, how much farm work was going to be. And there's still a lot of people to this day really believe that, oh, sorry, let me turn back. Really believe that we just get up and video and that's it. They don't see all of this that we do off camera. This, me showing the chickens and stuff, is this recently what we started showing. Yeah, that towel actually right there needs to go outside anyway. So when they get dirty like that, we take them up there and wash them. But these we'll probably throw in the trash. I ain't putting that in the washer. Good night, Neil. Thanks for hanging out with us, buddy. Yeah, I totally understand that you can't hang out all night long, and that's understandable. That's like me. I can't watch all the videos of my friends. Now, when we get caught up, we will do a binge watch. All right, Debbie, thank you so much for being a member as well. Hey, Billy, how are you? Sherry, Andrea, Pam. I'm telling you, y'all don't know how much y'all's love and support means to our family. And you'll see in a video coming out that literally we was out putting poles in the ground at 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, just trying to get a head start for tomorrow. I love the real world inside. Yep. I'm still on pretty good timing right now. If y'all did order shirts this week, they all should be shipped out tomorrow. We went through and packed all the orders. So all of our merchandise is 35 or 40% off now. Thank y'all so much, man. Y'all have helped us tremendously trying to get rid of my mistake by ordering too many shirts. And hopefully we will get some, summer shirt, a summer launch, which we're not going to order as many as we did this last go around. Glad to see you have tall boots on. Need those in the tall grass. Yes, you ain't a joking. I love these boots. And, I've been wearing these boots for 3 years. They're not this pair, but the same brand. And when Brunt actually reached out to work with us, I thought that was awesome because I was like, that is amazing because their product, I've wore them for almost 3 years now, 3 or 4. Do you ever candle eggs? I do when I start needing spaces in the incubator, I do. Yeah, but I don't do it all the time, just some of the time. I'm going to let this phone charge. I'm going to back this up here and I got to swap out their bedding. So I'll try to back this up here for y'all while we get ready to swap it out. The lighting's terrible. See if you can see a little bit. It is Hello. It just amazes me how fast they can make something so dirty and nasty. Which these guys here are getting ready to go outside. Like I say, I try to keep them in here a week or so to allow them to get adjusted to the large area. And then we usually try to move them out. Alright. Because honestly, these guys could really get out and fly out if they wanted to. Some of them. This is the most boring part for people watching is cleaning the tank. It wouldn't be so bad if they leave the building alone. couple more days and y'all are gone. Go to your new home outside. Hopefully I get those big pins done and be good to go. So if the ducks wasn't in here, it wouldn't be so wet. Those ducks play in the water. Go, 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 go. Those ducks make a huge mess. Somebody ordered a shirt. Thank y'all so much. Just about there, guys. I need a strap. Go. Y'all got plenty of room back there. Go. I do like the ducks, but like I say, man, they make most of the mess. Get over this, you want to use the bathroom. move this over just a little bit, so come back in here for a minute. I'll try up there and see if y'all can see everything. No, not yet. By stocking the puppy training pads. Well, that's what we're going to be using for now. But I will say the last couple auctions we went to, we didn't find any of those. So we may be changing things up because that's where we get them mainly is the auctions. Oh my gosh, Brenda, I have a hard enough time cleaning up after 11 chicks. You're amazing. Yeah, you just get used to it after a while. Yeah, we got some little Jerrys. They are they're black Polish with a little hairdo on top. Yeah, they are called black Polish. They are indeed. I love them. They're beautiful. They're a beautiful animal. Or bird, not animal. Now, I'll be honest, I do not like these waters here. I like the ones that that we got the tops on them, which it took us a little while to get that daggum bug. I didn't know what it was. Go in there. But they are really good. But I guess when that storm comes through, they break real easy after a while. We had them probably a little over a year, some of them. And we actually went and got a couple at Tractor Supply, but for some reason they was out of stock of them for about a week and a half, 2 weeks. But luckily, the manager went to another store and actually picked some up for us so we could get the birds, a few of them. But once we get these new cages up, I'm going to try to go to the automatic watering system. And I know people's going to say, well, you're doing that, that's what you call lazy. Well, when you have this many animals to take care of, if you can find little things like that that help you out, and every little bit of help counts. Because like I say, me and Steph, we pretty much do all this ourselves, and the kids help in the summertime, but then again, you know, we want them to enjoy their summer. We don't want them to sit there and have to work all summer. So they get up and do their chores, and after that's done, you know, they go play and have fun and do their thing. Brandon, you and Steph are far from lazy. Oh, I know, but you get the ones that don't watch all of our content. They only watch a couple videos, and you know, then you know they try to judge us by that, which we're a long ways from lazy. So like this here. So Leighton come down and fed earlier today, but once feed gets like this, the top of it's dirty. There's still some in it. I just throw this out to the rest of the birds because we have to clean these. I just poured it all out right at the door. Boy, howdy, I'm good. I just spilled all that water over there. I don't need no coffee, man. Good gracious. What in the world am I doing here? Now, slowly but surely. Second, I'll get to some of these comments here. 30-minute video doesn't show the rest. If the 23.5-hour stuff gets done on the farm. Nope, you're right about that. Go, Mama says, I think it's almost time to go to sleep. We're getting there. We're getting there. But I will promise you one thing. And y'all can see this. My animals will be taken care of before I do that, though. Which the pens over there, I have some big totes outside that I soaked them in. I need to get me something, maybe like a trash can or something I can bring in here and put in here, like stuff like this, so it's just soaked. Now, I don't have to clean these every single time that we feed. Just when they get looking like this, yes, you got to clean them. Yeah, you gotta clean them because that's when stuff starts looking ragtag and just filthy. And that's one thing I'm a long ways forward from is that. Hey, Grady. Good night, Sherry. Thank you so much for hanging out, and thank you so much for being a member. And that's what somebody said the other day. It was like, you ain't gonna make no money off them birds time you feed them. Well, we understand that, but we're doing this so we can pick our brood stock. It ain't like we're going to have to feed them like this every year. This is just to get our stock going. Hey Julie, how are you? I'm very late getting here. What's the new babies? They are baby guineas. Will you show the babies again? Well, when I get ready to feed them, I will. And then we'll go there, but I got to get through this here real quick. That's the main focus right now. It's amazing how they can mess so many things up in so short amount of time. Steph, she wouldn't let me wash my towels in the house the other day. Got to wash them outside in a water hose, but I told her, I don't know, it might be just as best just to go ahead and get some more towels from Lowe's. We got that bundle for like, I don't know, 15 bucks, something like that, but they've lasted us a long time. Steph gets pretty picky about her washers. Doing fine here, having to run. Here's almost 4:20. Love watching the babies. Well, we'll see them back up here in a little bit. Before we go to bed, we will. Ducks are always messy. I'm going to tell you that I didn't realize that until we started raising them. My goodness. They are that for sure. Definitely messy. And I think these trays only get like this when we do have ducks in there. But I know Steph was talking today about the ducks we have out there, getting them a swimming pool, but like I told her, some of those ducks are pretty big. So, I mean, they might be getting close enough to age to go out there and get in the pond themselves. Now, we do have a couple ducks that are sitting on eggs, and maybe if they hatch them, maybe we can try to put some babies in there with her. As long as no predators get the eggs. That's the hardest part is, you know, they got to sit there for 30 days without anything getting their eggs. That's the hardest part. The baby ducks are getting big. Yes, they are. Watching this whole live stream. Love it. Thank you so much for the support. We greatly appreciate it. And you know, when we first did one of these live streams, I didn't realize that people would enjoy it so much. And which I still, we do maybe one of these a week, and then we might do one or two lives on the members, just because I don't want to clog this feed up with just baby chicks, but we do some on the members as well. Let that dry. I need a drink of coffee. Braylee, you have the farmer. Yeah, I do got a little farmer tan, don't I? We got a little hot today. We sure did. But we got a lot of stuff done though. Got the little feed buckets here. I always put out 3 or 4 of these extra little feeders too. That way they can have other, just besides everybody fighting over that one spot. You know, this here is what's really the time consuming of the whole deal. How's your head from hitting that front? It's a lot better now. I love the members video. Well, we appreciate it. We try to make it fun for you guys. Yeah, we try to make it fun. I mean, it's just one of those deals that, you know, we really, when we first moved out here, we had the members from town, but then as more and more animals started coming out, and, you know, I was talking to our YouTube rep, and he was like, you know, if you have a lot of people that show interest in the members only, and if you would, you know, put out more lives and videos, I think it would grow, because it shows, I don't know how they can tell this, but it shows that you have a large following that really absolutely loves your content. They watch everything that you put out, and they would definitely show their support to your animals and stuff. So I mean, I'm sure it's through AI, they can see all that. It's crazy what all that kind of stuff can tell, but so we've been trying, you know. It ain't something that we try to push down everybody's throat, because I know it's money's hard to come by, you know, with everything going on, but, you know, once again, we don't want people to think they're missing out neither. There's just some people just like, you know, we don't talk about this much, but, you know, we have certain people pretty much kind of adopt certain animals, bigger animals, and they see that as their animal, and we just basically take care of it. It makes them feel good, which, you know, we don't ever ask that. That's just what they come up with, you know. But it's neat, because I know some people used to have animals, you know, growing up, or now they live in town, or they can't have them, but we just love animals, and I will have them as long as I can. Now, if I start getting old, you know, I might have to do something different. But the members' videos are fun, so interesting. I love Steph's video too. I can't go a day without my Eddy. Well, thank you so much. That was very kind of you. Love the Polish. I'm hoping we have, I think we got about 14 of them. Yeah, I think that's about 14. Love the videos, y'all are awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I do too. I love the Polish. But my buttercups, oh my, that's what I'm excited about. Now, every night I do not have to do this, but I have to do it about twice a week. But I don't have to do like this scrubbing part. And usually if I was going to have to do this like this, I wouldn't go live. I mean, it's not really slowing me down. I'm still doing my job and talking. I can do that. But there's a lot of people like, what's interested in watching you wash dishes? Them quail have got big, but I think I only got one female. But I'm going to show everybody how many I think I got something on my back. How many quail I can raise, and in a short amount of time. We did it in town, and it was quick. Y'all are amazing. Well, thank you. Please look into the ear tag with. I will do that. I did. We did get some stuff for Bushwhacker, and like I say, our videos are a little bit behind. And there's one video I did get mixed up, so there's going to be a video coming out with Bushwhacker coming home. Well, I thought I lost the content, but I ended up finding it, so people are going to be a little bit confused and probably gripe a little bit in the comments, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Y'all hear that quail? Bug on my back. Is it still on my back? Hopefully I got it off, but if not, I'll get it off shortly. Yeah, they saying bug on me. Hopefully it's off now. Let me get, oh, this chat's a little bit behind. Oh, oh. Y'all fixing to see me dancing. That's a June bug too. I got her off there. How are you, Tina? I don't see how I missed you, but sorry. June, Donna? If I mispronounce your name, it ain't on purpose. What's up with the bird? More people, please. I like my cowboy, but I just, honestly, on the babies and stuff, I mean, I love all of them, but I like full-blood birds. But honestly, I just really love how life is created, and it's just pretty neat. Ooh, that was way cool. That is way, way cool. Sound like the bird was out. what I do here, when I get to this point, I don't know if y'all can see me very well. It looks like a long distance there, but when I get to this point here, is the sink isn't big enough, so they all don't fit in here. So I'm going to turn this water on, and then this time I'll put them on this side, and it actually cleans, wets both sides. Let me scoot y'all up a little bit. I feel like y'all a long ways off. Hey, I am a big fan of your videos. Well, thank you so much for watching. We greatly appreciate it. So now we flop it in that way. And the closer we get down to the bottom, it will actually clean the whole thing. So when y'all see people in the comments trash us about how we do things, you tell them, I know better. We see what they do. It don't bother me much with me, but when it comes to my wife, it does, because a lot of her stuff is not seen. It's just not. The running, the doctor's appointments, the school appointments, things like that, people don't see that. And she's not a person that, you know, tries to bring attention to herself, but, you know, she did, you know, show some video of her cooking and things like that, but those videos just don't do good. I told her, I said, well, I know they don't do good, but, you know, set you up a membership deal, and you'll have people that will sit there and enjoy watching what you do all day long. But it's just one of those deals, it takes a little while talking to her about that, because she still has, it still amazes her how so many people just are interested in what she does and our everyday life. And a lot of people are like that. And at first I was too, but then if you get to think about it, you know, some people lived on the farm and they can't do it no more. And then some people don't have family and this is their family. And once you start hearing some of the stories, man, it's amazing. When you, and I have these emails saved, and you know, I've lost some of the subscribers now, but I can remember one in particular that she sent us an email, and she's gone now, but she had terminal cancer, and she was basically done. She was ready to go, but she said she found our channel, and we made her feel like family, and it made her get up and thrive for each day to wait for our videos to come up. I'm going to tell you what, that right there is amazing. Yes, Stephanie is. I always step into those comments. Oh, I know you do, Ken. We see that. You know, it's hard to read all of them and respond back to them, but we try. But we do read just about all of them. We try to heart them, but, you know, as your channel grows, you get more and more comments, and it's just hard to, you know, keep up with all of them. The Steph channel. Yeah, she does amazing. And a lot of people don't get our interaction. They don't understand how we cut up and joke back and forth. And some people take it as disrespect when it's not. We like cutting up and having fun together. But that's how we clean the trays. Life on the Eddy Family Farm. What's her channel? Yeah, if somebody can, go ahead and tag her channel up there, Tina, if you're still in here. Or I'm sure Kevin's in bed by now, surely. But I can guarantee you I wouldn't be able to do this by myself. I would watch whatever she puts out there video. She is a great mama. How long have y'all been married? We've been married 13 years. We've been together 14 years. She is the best thing that ever happened to me. But the beginning, we've got a video out there talking about the beginning, but it's hard sometimes, you know, people, you know, those videos go around, but I like telling the story because it just shows you how life goes, how life can change. But, you know, when me and Steph first met, for the ones that don't know the story, and I hope you don't look at me any different, because that's one thing we've always done here is tell the truth. But when we first met, I came out of a relationship. I just went through a separation. Actually, I was engaged and living. I mean, I'd been living with me and my fiance had been together for about 3 years. But the problem was I had an alcohol problem. And I was an alcoholic. And that's what caused all the issues between me and my ex. But I ended up meeting Stephanie because every time I went through a separation or whatever, I went through my aunt and uncle's house, and I would go down there and go to church with them, and you know, every time I would go down there and do that, and you know, there would be months that you know I lived down there, and I'd go to church, and I ended up meeting her there. And my intentions was to never really be with her. She was just basically a rebound. And what I'm telling you, we've told it to everyone before. So it ain't nothing I'm saying behind her back, but was a rebound. My intentions wasn't to ever be with her. But she never gave up. It didn't matter what I did, she was there for me. And that went on for about, I don't know, that probably went on for about 6-7 months. And I would run the bars, the beer joints, and stay out and party all night. She'd come pick me up. And finally, about 6 months into it, I told myself, I got off work that day, and I told myself that I would never find somebody to love me for me. I didn't have no money, didn't have a house. All we had was a car and was living with people. But I'd still go to the bars and the beer joints and run around and act like I had money and chase girls. But that day I said, you know, I'd never find anyone to love me for me. And I walked out of that bar and I said I was done drinking, and that I was going to give this a shot, and I did. I went about 8 days, and I relapsed with the alcohol, but afterwards I felt terrible, and I told myself, I was like, no, if I can get 8 more days under me, I'm not turning back, and I did. I quit drinking, and started holding down a full-time job, trying to really, you know, work on us, you know, and man, it was so crazy. We was homeless at the time. We moved back here, and Paul and Mona gave us a place to stay, and I worked at their wrecker service. And just fast forward many years, we got our own house, kids, and life is good. But we couldn't have done it without God. God was with us 100%, but I'm so thankful she put up with my stuff. I am blessed she did. Because I'm going to tell you, I don't know if I could, but she seen something, or God had a plan, and it was amazing. Just proves how, if you're willing, God can change your life. I'm sure Stephanie prayed. Whew, you got me all emotional. Pray to God. Yeah. It is. It's amazing, because the life we live now, sometimes I wake up and wonder if it's really true. Because I get to be with my family every day. Now, I neglected them, you know, at the very beginning at the sheriff's office, but, you know, anything I've ever done, I put everything into it. I've never been somebody that just put half in. I always went all the way. Praise the Lord. You saw the light. Yep. Okay. That's all right, Billy. It is definitely a God-given life. And you know, I tell Steph and I tell the kids all the time, don't take nothing for granted, because this all could come to an end. But I pray to God it doesn't, because I want to build my family. I want to make sure they're good for life, and yeah. My friend's ex got his 4th DUI. He is in jail now. Maybe this will be the breaking point. Well, I can tell you this much, that I would work all night. I'd get off at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. And I'd drink a 6-pack on the way back to town. It would be only about a 15-mile drive back from work to there. And my mom would get up every morning really early, go to work. And you get a few beers down, you get, all your problems you want to talk about and all that's there. And I'd always call my mom every morning. And she'd listen to me, and then at the end, she'd just always say, "Son, I wish you'd get some help. You're such a better person when you're sober." Because I was a mean drunk. And that literally went on for a couple of years. Every morning, she said, "Son, I wish you'd get some help. I wish you'd stop drinking. If you'd stop drinking, the perfect girl would come by. God would put you with the perfect girl." And, with that being said, there was times that, I was in serious relationships and thought they was the girls that I was supposed to be with and I was going to marry. And Heather was one of them. And I still to this day, I don't hold nothing against her family, or anything. We actually seen them the other day. And they're great people. They was there for me when I needed them. And, I was the one that held everything. But Mom would always say, and I think I wanted it to work between us so much, because during the time I met her, well, I'm just giving you all kinds of just talk from the heart, but maybe it'll help me, maybe. But I met her, and about that time is when my mom got diagnosed with cancer. And she ended up going into the hospital, and the doctor come in that evening when they all called us up there and said she's got about 3 months to live. And that was probably the hardest news I've ever took in my life. But I remember going up there and taking her up there, and my mom got to meet her, and Mom told me, "Son, that's the one. You take care of her, And I went off that for many, many years afterwards. And still I drink and all that, but it didn't end up working out because I stayed intoxicated all the time, and we ended up separating. But I guess the whole point I was getting is, Mom always wanted me to stop drinking. My ex always wanted me to stop drinking. I never stopped drinking. Not one time did Stephanie ever ask me to stop drinking. I stopped on my own because I wanted to do it for myself, not someone else. But I finally got to it. I just took a little while to get there. You have to want to do it yourself, but otherwise you're not going to do it. You're an honest family man, God. Well, thank you. Bless you, Braylee. You are a good and faithful man. God wants you to know how pleased He is. Yep, and I feel that because, like I said, this is amazing to get to be with your family every day, go to all their events. Now I didn't get to do that at the first, but I do now. Proud of you, Brandon. Well, thank you, Amy. You're welcome, Billy. Honestly, it sometimes feels good just to talk from the heart. But things like that is what kind of goes through my head while I'm down here. I get to think like that. I'm happy you're on this side, but yep. But that's true about anything. You can't quit something because you want to please someone else. I mean, we would separate, and then I would tell her I'd clean, and next thing you know, I'd move back in, and about a month later, I was back at it again, you know. Just one of those things. Yeah, I'm thankful I found God too. I think we all need to hear this, Brandon. Well, honestly, it makes me kind of feel good to get some of that off my chest. Well, Billy, I'm glad you got through that, but yes, most definitely. Old saying is, you can't help someone unless they want to help themselves. You're right about that. You're right about that, Tina. I think about that all the time. I sure do. I gotta get this, dump this feed in here. I save those sacks because I end up putting them, their waste stuff in there. Oh my word, y'all feed. I didn't realize we was already all of the birds outside. Let me back this up so y'all can see some of this now. Good morning. Oh, that's right. I said I wasn't getting y'all no more of that. That's right. I know why now, because they'll sit there and dump it all. I was wondering, I was like, man, why am I putting these in there? But I do know now. Because they make a mess with it. Well, I'm making all kinds of mess now. I can make them, I clean them up. Y'all don't clean them up. I'm gonna rinse these off before they get dirty. Put them back over there so I can put them up. Richard. A note from Illinois just got on. The new babies are guineas. Y'all see that? Yeah, y'all see that. Now the guinea, most of the time the birds don't start eating their food until about 2 days. You might have a few that will peck at it, but they won't eat much. So these buckets picked up because that's what the kids bring the eggs in with. I just don't understand all the dust from, I guess it's from the feathers or whatever, but we're getting there, slowly but surely. But when chicken season is over, I'm going to be ready for a little break, that's for sure. June bugs. Need to move this back here. I think I have the dustpan. Let me move y'all over here for a minute. Gonna get loud again for a minute. Don't want none of these things to blow up for sure. Put them in this little bowl. Take them, put them outside with the rest of them. Yep, one popped right as soon as I dropped it in there. So I guess this is one of those deals. These flies are so bad that literally I'm gonna have to do something because, like, what's the day? Wednesday? Well, it's going on Thursday. Like, the floor looks like it's never been cleaned. But this here is about every 3 days I have to come back. Oh, that water down there. Come back through here and clean the stove and stuff because of all the dust. I don't know what it is about chickens and that dust. It's just little babies, though, it seems like. When I told Steph, I said, tonight I'll be able to do something because those flies today was terrible. And the door stays shut, so it's, I don't know where they're coming from. Don't know. I guess that's part of it, though. Yes, it is. I'm trying to keep it clean. What time is it? Oh, I only got about 20 minutes. I don't have no videos to edit tonight, but I do try to get in bed by 2 o'clock. That's my cutoff. I will say that's something I've always have done the last few months is have you tried those bug traps? They work pretty good. I've got a couple of them up here. But I don't know what the deal is. I'm going to sweep over here one more time. Try to get as much as I can out. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to put bleach down and kind of clean the floor just a little bit with a little bit of bleach. Need to get a mop. That's what I need to get. I need to tell Stephanie that tomorrow. I need to get a mop. Yeah, things out here just like that egg did earlier. Good Lord, them things stink. No, this probably ain't the proper way, but hey, it's gonna work. It ain't a lot, but it's close. We'll see how this does tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna give me a mop. I've just never seen flies like this, but I figure as summer gets here, it's gonna get, you're just gonna have to battle them. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get a mop. It'll be a lot easier with the mop. I guess when it gets hotter, the flies come out more. I don't know. Back on the road, all right. Be careful. To get the floor too dry too quick, and this paper is not close to it. Okay, I'll try that. Well, I mean, I guess stuff does get on it. I mean, I know a little bit, but like a lot of it is just mud because out there we have nowhere to go. Like when you walk in here, you basically have to step in mud. But yeah. So But anyways, guys, it's almost 2 o'clock. I'm going to do this other room real quick, and then we are going to get in bed and call it a day and get up tomorrow and start a new day. Got another full day tomorrow. A lot of stuff going to be done tomorrow, so definitely stay tuned. Billy, thank you so much for hanging out. As well, Andrea, thank y'all so much. So we are signing off for tonight. Thank y'all so much. Hope y'all have a wonderful night. God bless.